I'm not feeling unbelievably fantastic today. I don't know if you can hear, but I'm kind of stuffy and I am still not ill. I don't know. I can't decide if I'm having allergy problems or if I have been sick. So I thought that we would do something kind of goofy and do this like personality test thingy that PewDiePie did, and then he left a link for it, and I was like, oh, that sounds kind of interesting. I think I will do one of those as well and see what happens, because I haven't really ever taken a lot of these actually. So let's go ahead and see how it goes. So we are a lady. I am 28, so old, United States. All right, let's give it a go. Alrighty, so instructions for each item indicate how much you agree or disagree with the statement. Try not to think too hard on each statement. Choose what first comes to mind. Avoid answering someone too often. Take your time and answer truthfully. Alright, I like to stay at home. Yes. I like to make definite plans. Yes. I avoid public speaking whenever possible. True. Now, I do have to do that for my job all the time, and I do that on here, but I am not somebody that likes to give speeches in front of large crowds or any of that kind of thing. It is not for me. I work best in a group with others. No, I like to do stuff by myself. I like to fix things more than I like to try to fix people. Yes, I could care less about trying to fix people. I like tests that have essay questions. Yes, I do. I prefer to use logic and reason in my thinking first and foremost. Yeah, pretty much. I like to improvise. Yes, I do. Alrighty. Okay, let's try. Oh, this is the same. All right, morality should be based on justice. I'm just gonna go somewhat. I like to rely on my memory. See, that's somewhat true, but I'm one of those people that makes lists for everything just because I like to write. I like to write things down. I always have. I keep lists of all sorts of random stuff that normal people don't keep lists of. But I have a pretty good memory, in general. So I'll put somewhat. I largely accept things as they are. Yeah, that's true. I like to procrastinate somewhat. It depends on what it's for. I'm never late for anything. If you are not 15 minutes early, in my opinion, you are late. You should always be at least 15 or 20 minutes early for everything. So untimeliness is a huge pet peeve of mine. So I don't like procrastination in that sense of it, but if there's something that I need to do and I just don't want to do it at all, I'm a total procrastinator and I'll wait till the last minute to even start it. I'm largely uncomfortable with my emotions. No? Oh, what? Okay. I'm bored being alone. Never. I love being alone. I like to be focused on the future. I like to talk more than I like to listen. True. I love talking. I'm very chatty. I like to follow my head more than my heart. Yes, that's true. I like devoting my all to work. Somewhat. It depends on what the work is. I prefer hard data over theory. Yes, that's true. I like to think I'm thick-skinned. I am. I'm pretty hard to upset. I'm not easily upset. Unless it's something that's irritating me. It's hard for another person to upset me, but I will get really irritated really quickly at things that don't matter, computer issues, or they don't have the cookie that I want at the store. I'll have a mental breakdown, but that has nothing to do with somebody else saying something to me. My life is pretty chaotic. Not really. I prefer looking at the overall big picture. No, I'm a stickler for small things that don't matter, and I ignore the overall and get focused on the little things. I want people's love. Somewhat, I guess? I don't know. I find it difficult to yell at others. No, I'm a yeller. I prefer to stand out. I'm gonna put somewhat because it depends on the situation. I would never conform my style of clothing or anything like that so that I didn't stand out based in that way. I'm gonna wear what I want, do my hair how I want, that kind of stuff. But I wouldn't want to be sticking out for something bad. I don't know. I like to plan things at the last minute. No, everything needs to be planned. It needs to be planned years in advance. I feel I'm more energetic than laid back. No, I'm very laid back. in laziness, energy wise. I like to tell people what an event meant to me personally rather than just describing it. No, I usually just say like what stuff was like. I like to keep my room clean. Yes, I do. Parties wear me out pretty quickly. No, I don't like going to parties. It's not that they wear me out pretty quickly. It's I just don't like being in like larger groups. So I'm not a big party person. I tend to believe what others tell me wholeheartedly. No, I never believe anybody. I always think that everybody is lying to me or looking at me funny. I'm kind of paranoid about weird shit like that. I like to know the why of things, always. Ever since I was a little kid. I like to keep my options open somewhat. I like to have different options for things, but if I want something to go a certain way and that option is unavailable and I have to go to a different option, I'm not going to be happy about it. I like to go out rather than stay at home. Disagree. But these are like the same questions. They're just like worded slightly different. I like to perform in front of others. Not really. I work best when I'm alone. Yes. I like to try and fix people more than I like to fix things. No. I prefer to take a multiple choice test. No, I'd rather do an essay. I think logic is sometimes overrated. It depends. It depends on what it is. I like to prepare for things rather than just do things on the fly. That's very, very true of me. Morality should be based on compassion. So I'm just going to put somewhat for these for the same thing because I have like a weird thing about stuff. So don't worry about these ones. I like to make lists to help my memory. I'm going to put somewhat because I love to make lists, but I don't make lists to help my memory. I make lists because I enjoy making lists. Because if this was Skyrim, I would be one of those Imperials with my damn lists. I'm generally unsatisfied with the way things are. Nah, not really. I like to get my work done as soon as I can. I'm going to put somewhat because it depends on what it is. Like today, I'm recording right now. It's like 11 o'clock at night. So I wasn't like super worried about getting recording done as early as possible. But I'm also not feeling super good. So that probably has something to do with it. I need time to be by myself. Yes, I love being by myself. I'm focused on living in the here and now. Somewhat depends on the situation. I like to listen more than I like to talk. No, I like to talk. I prefer to follow my heart over my head. No. This is very long. I like to play hard more than work hard. That is true. I prefer theory over hard data. Disagree. I'm easily hurt by others' words. Nope. My life is pretty organized. Yes, it is. I always like to get as much detail as possible. Yes. I'm one of those people that's like, well, who was there? And what did you talk about? And what were they wearing? And who else was there? And what did you drink? And did you go here? And did you do this? Like, I'm one of those people that's like constantly asking questions that normal people just don't care, but I need to know. I want people's respect more than their love, but I don't really care. I don't mind yelling when I need to. I love yelling at people. I prefer to fit in than stand out. I'm going to put somewhat because, as I said before, it depends on the situation. I like to plan far ahead. Yes. When making plans. Life goal plans, not really, but when making plans for certain things, yes. I feel like I'm more laid back than energetic. Yes. When I talk about an event, I prefer to keep it to the facts rather than describing when it's me. Yes. I just put stuff wherever. It doesn't need to go to a specific place. Oh my God, no, never. How will you find it? You need to know where your shit is, and your stuff should go in certain places, and you should have certain places where you always keep your stuff so that you're not having to constantly try to find your things. I love and get fired up by parties or social gatherings. Not really. I'm pretty skeptical about most things. That is true. I like to know the who, what, when, where, why, how, who was there. Yes. Yes, I do. Is that the end? Is there more? That's the end. Okay. So I am leaning towards being more of an introvert, which I already knew that one. I'm more sensing than intuitive. Okay. I'm more thinking than feeling. That's definitely true. And I am more into judging other people's actions, I guess, than perceiving them. All right. Oh, I got the same one that PewDiePie did. Serious and quiet. I am definitely not serious or quiet. All the people that know me that watch this, Nikki, hopefully you watch this one, she'll be the first person to tell you I am the least quiet person in the entire world, and I'm definitely not serious, really, hardly ever. Interested in security and peaceful living. That, I guess, is true, but I'm definitely not serious, nor am I quiet. Extremely thorough, definitely responsible, of course, and dependable. I'm always dependable. I'm not a flaky person in the least bit. Well-developed powers of concentration. I don't really concentrate that much. Usually interested in supporting and promoting traditions and establishments. That is not true at all. That is very untrue. Very untrue. Traditions as in my own traditions, like things that I need to do, like let's say, you know, making your coffee a certain way. I have to do that the same every time as like a repetition, is almost like an OCD kind of thing. But in general traditions, like general like family traditions and that kind of stuff, definitely not. Well organized, I am. Hardworking, depends on the work, and work steadily towards identified goals. I never really have identified goals, so I think this is pretty bullshit. They can usually accomplish any task once they have their mindset to it. That is true. If I need to get something done, I will get it done. So, is that it? I guess that's it. Oh, wait, what happens if we click on there? Oh, that's just Wikipedia's. I don't want to be on Wikipedia's. I get, alright, well. Introversion, okay, oh, here's this. Okay, so, introversion preferred to extroversion, tend to be quiet and reserved, generally prefer the close, with a few close friends rather than a wide circle of acquaintances. So that is true. I would rather just hang out with a few people than a really large group. Sensing tend to be more concrete than abstract. They focus their attention on the details rather than the big picture. That is true. Tend to value objective criteria above personal preference. When making decisions, they generally give more weight to logic than to social considerations. That's also true. And then what's this one? Tend to plan their activities and make decisions early. They drive a sense of control through predictability. That is true. Because I like all, like I said, I like all my stuff to be planned out ahead of time. I don't like things to be random. I don't like to, I'm not one of those people that like can get up and just will say like go into the city and be like, I don't know what I'm gonna do today. I'm just gonna go downtown and find something fun. No, not happening. I'm like, I need to get up at 8 so that I can leave the house by 9:30, and then it's going to take me 20 minutes to get into town, and then I'll have to find somewhere to park. Then after I find somewhere to park, then I'll have to decide where I want to eat, but I'll already have decided, well, I'm going to go here and eat, and I'm going to eat at this time, and this person is supposed to meet me at this time, and we're going to stay until probably this long, and then we're going to go to this place for this amount of time. Like, I don't have any room for error in my plans. So if I get stuck in a situation where like my plans cannot be put forth the way that I expected them to be, the way that I wanted them to be, I like freak out. There's no random activity. Everything is planned. But yeah, so this was kind of interesting, but it's definitely like, there's definitely aspects to this that I think were true. Like these little things here were true, but the overall that it said for like my personality group, I guess, was not accurate. I don't know. Like these little things, yes, there are definitely stuff in here that is true, but there are things that are so far from the truth that it's ridiculous. Like quiet and reserved. Like I said before, I am not quiet. I am not reserved. I'm very out there, and I'm very outgoing. Like at work, you'd never know that I hate talking to people because I do it all day, every day. But like, I don't know. It's weird. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this. I hope everybody has a wonderful rest of your day. As always, please feel free to leave me suggestions in the comments down below for any other videos you'd like to see. If you have any questions that you want to ask me, if you just want to say hi, hey, how's it going? How you doing? Because I love to read comments. And if you guys want to subscribe, go crazy, but you don't have to because I'm really indifferent about it. But have a great rest of your day, guys, and I will see everybody in the next video.